Well, I just wanted to, I guess, preface this video with the fact that it's not really for you. Um, this is going to be a new series called Research and Development, in which the video is really just for my reference in developing future videos and recipes. And, well, that's really all you're going to get. So if you want to strap in and learn about the process and sorry, I'm just like kind of stuffy.
All right. This has been a long day of cooking. It started with red beans and Mexican sausage. It ended with red potatoes, smoked. And ultimately what I did for this recipe was, let's see if I can situate it all. All right, let me show you what's going on here. All right, what it involved was I was cooking sausage on the smoker, one chunk of pecan, one chunk of cherry. In that, after I cooked the meat, I put on, within this Pyrex, maybe 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds of red potatoes, small ones, cut in half, tossed in 4 tablespoons of butter with half of an onion, thick cut, and some of this. What's this? Original all-purpose seasoning and rub. It sat on the smoker for about 2, maybe 3, almost 4 hours. Probably, I mean, they're soft. The potatoes are cooked through. I'm gonna say they sat on the smoker around 225 for 3+ hours. And they came out really, really good. And that's why I'm filming this right now, because, goodness gracious. I'm sorry. It's been a long day, but like I said, I think we're onto something here. Smoked red potatoes, small ones. Serrated knife. Cut into tiny chunks. Tiny, maybe, I don't know what you call that. 1/2 centimeter cubes. I'm gonna cut all of them like this. And I don't know if the video really does this justice, but they're sitting in a bunch of fat. They're sitting in some leftover onions. We're gonna test the onions right now. Picking it up, it feels kind of papery. I don't know if this is really usable. I mean, great flavor, but texture, it just feels like I'm trying to eat some sort of weird paper. It's the red potatoes that I'm interested in, because they are nice. The skin is there. The potato flesh has a nice consistent texture with a little bit of presence of the skin that doesn't really like take over anything. And what I've been trying to do, I've only smoked potatoes a couple times, but what I'm trying to do here is figure out a recipe for proper smoked potato salad. And if I've ever had a preference about potato salad, honestly, I didn't really like potato salad until I was maybe 25 years old. For the longest time, as a youngster, I was kind of like, I don't see the big deal about it. And then I had it as a proper adult, I guess, and I was like, oh, I get it. It's like a really delicious side dish, but it can also be, most of the time, it's pretty mid. And I guess that's what I'm trying to do right now as I take this serrated knife and cut across these, what was, again, really just an afterthought of the smoker was, well, I mean, we still got fuel. You know, I have a whole hopper full of charcoal, and now I'm trying to figure out what to do with it. So I just threw on some red potatoes, and I think that's where we're really getting onto something here, because the flavor of these is insane. Again, it was just like, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 tablespoons of the What's This seasoning, 3 tablespoons of the butter, which is mostly sitting just at the bottom of the Pyrex. I want to incorporate that into the dish that I'm about to prepare. And I don't know what to do from there. I mean, it's gonna take fresh green onion for sure. It might take a little bit of fresh parsley. I'm gonna take you through the prototype of this whole experience because, again, I think I'm onto something here. I think it involves no mayonnaise. I love mayonnaise. Maybe a little bit, I don't really love mayonnaise, but I like a little bit of mayonnaise. Pretty much every potato salad I've ever enjoyed has had mayonnaise in it. But if I can find a way to scoop up most of the cooked smoked butter out of that thing, well, and then cut it with vinegar, I think we're onto something really, really grand. Just a grand side dish. So my plan from here, I'm obviously just, the serrated knife does way better than the chef's knife. I'm gonna place that off to the side a little bit. And I'm gonna keep cutting these up. So let's go time-lapse mode starting now. I have cut up all the potatoes. There's still a good bit of Pyrex with cooked onions and all of the smoky butter fat with seasoning left over. And I want that to be the star of the show. I don't want mayo if I don't need to have it. So I'm gonna toss all of the potatoes into here. Then I'm gonna pull out all the onions out of here, add all the fat back into here, and then cut it with vinegar. I'm gonna add green onion, and in a perfect world, that's it. That's really all we need. Vinegar. We need a little bit of vinegar. Aside from that, I think, again, we're onto something here. This is how you make smoked red potato salad. Sorry. I've used 1 cup of chopped red potatoes. I've used about 1.5 tablespoons. Basically what I did is I went in here and I scooped up the fat from the Pyrex, and I used, yeah, definitely at least 1.5 tablespoons, maybe 2 tablespoons of the cooking fat, cooking liquid. Okay. The first thing I have at hand is peach vinegar, which I've really liked using if you've been watching closely on this channel. Again, I really just bought this at the grocery store because it was on sale for $2 and looked fancy, but I was also like, I mean, peach vinegar sounds cool. We're gonna add, I'm gonna call that 1 teaspoon of vinegar. We're gonna call this, I think we just bordered on 2 teaspoons of vinegar to 2 tablespoons of fat. Okay? From here, we're going to toss it. Already, I can tell that this is very heavily dressed in terms of dressing. It's very... There's a lot going on here. I haven't added the green onion like I want to. I can smell the vinegar coming off of it, but I also see it coming together sort of like a dressing. And with all that in mind, we're gonna taste the first bite and see if we're onto something. We're definitely onto something. It needs a crunch. What it really needs, honestly, is white. It needs white onion, which I have. So, hold on. Hold on, because again, we're onto something here. What do you know? I have chopped cilantro, chopped scallion, and white onion, which I prepared yesterday. Not for this dish, but for something else. We're gonna add everything. What I just did there is I added probably not quite a quarter cup of white onion, but definitely 2 tablespoons of white onion. Definitely a packed tablespoon of scallion and cilantro. Okay? Because we need the crunch. But I don't want to mess with celery. I don't care about celery or anything like this. I just want potatoes. I want smoke. I want butter. I don't want mayo. That's the whole point of this. We don't need mayo. We could make a good potato salad. I'm still smelling the vinegar off this. And it's pretty onion heavy, so I think if I were to replicate this is a note for self, I would add... In fact, I'm going to do it now. I'm just going to scoop a third of a cup. We're going to round up to 1.5 cups of red potatoes mixed with 2 tablespoons of butter. I don't know. We'll fact check it later. I think we're onto something now. This is the consistency I'm looking for. I want a little bit of white onion crunch. I want a little bit of soft smoked potato. I want smoky, buttery fat from the smoker. I want herbs. I want onion. I want vinegar. Here we go. Let's see if it needs anything else. You ready? I think we nailed it. We basically nailed it. The only thing that is missing is that the potatoes went for too long. So again, I probably pulled them off the smoker, hanging out around 200, 225 for 3.5 hours. They probably could have come off at... They're just super soft. So the skin is good. I love red potato skin. The skin's nicely cooked, but the potatoes just like completely melt in the mouth, which is wonderful if we were making like mashed potatoes or something like that. But I want potato salad to have a little bit of, you know, a small bite of potato like this. And the raw white onion almost offset that, but we need just a little more body to the potatoes. So I'm going to write up everything I just said because, I mean, Lord knows I'm not going to remember every detail, but we're going to watch it back, we're going to write it up, and I think we're on to like a really good original recipe here. If you're going to take the time to smoke some red potatoes and then just toss them in butter and vinegar with some herbs. And again, I mean, kind of the star of the show is What's This?, which I bought in Alabama almost a year ago. It's good. It's good stuff. So thanks for watching. We're gonna call this R&D, research and development. But yeah, thanks for sticking with me. Again, this is really just for my own reference because I think I'm onto something here. I think there's something yummy going on here. Could probably even just use more potatoes. Like, just go full 2 cups of potatoes with the 2-3 tablespoons of fat, maybe. Big splash of vinegar. But if somebody brought this to a barbecue, I'd be like, dang, this is really delicious and one-of-a-kind potato salad. So, yeah, thanks for watching.